What is up, everyone? So I finally have gotten all of the new units for the update 1. The only units I'm missing are Sweet Witch and Rio. Maybe I might make a video if you guys want me to. I could make a video going down the Infinity Castle. That'd be kind of cool. But outside of that, what I'm basically going to do is showcase all the units. The only unit I'm missing right now is Enmo. I do have him, it's just obviously I can't bring him. So I'll come back and I'll bring him as well once we showcase some of the units. So let me go into an infinite and then I will showcase some of the units. I did get really lucky and I got a Crusader, which is actually my first ever Crusader on Akaza versus Rengoku, so I can't be more thankful I got him on that. And then I also got my first Radiant on Tengen. So, and from what I understand, Tengen's like the best ground unit in the game now, so that's really, really sick. But anyways, let me just farm up some money and then I will come back when we are ready to check out a lot of the units. Okay, so now that I have gotten some money, let us showcase Tengen. So as you can see, I got SS cooldown, SSS range. Unfortunately, I couldn't get like anything for the damage. I kept getting really unlucky for damage, even when I got 100% of the worthiness. But it is what it is. I'll work on that at a later point. But yeah, he's actually really insane off placement. 3.18k with Radiant, 3.6 cooldown with 18 range. Let's upgrade him to his first move. Oh, but also he is like a small circle or medium circle. And then let us get to his second move. And then he goes into a line. Okay, so which gives him 8.6k, 4.4 cooldown, and 24 range. Pretty cool attack effects. Let us also upgrade him again to his next move. A bigger line. So, okay, seems like his attacks hasn't really changed too much, so we'll just keep going. This is what he's doing right now, and then let's go up. And then he goes into a cone, which is actually really, really good. I heard that he was going to be a line, but him being a cone is a lot better, in my personal opinion. And then this is him maxed out. Pretty good all around. He is max level. So, and you obviously, like I said, you could have 3 of him. I think with Crusader 3 times, so it's Radiant or Crusader, I feel like is both really good on him. And then if we look at his passives, Flashy Duelist, whenever an enemy dies within Tengen's range, he gains 10% crit chance. This bonus lasts until a crit hit occurs. If Tengen attacks without landing a crit hit, he gains 20% crit chance per hit until he crits. That's actually really, really good. And then on crit hit, he throws 2 explosion marbles, which deals 25% of his damage in a small AoE circle. Each attack has a 35% chance to throw an explosion marble at a random enemy in range. When this triggers, Tengen's cooldown reduces by 2% up to 20%. If this effect fails to trigger for 3 consecutive attacks, he instead throws 4 explosion marbles at random enemies in range. He's just guaranteed to throw explosion marbles. Okay, so that's really, really good then. So he's actually doing a lot more damage than what it's showing. And I also do have, I forget what, I think it's the Heavenly Dagger relic on him. So this isn't like his base crit chance. So if that's confusing you, that's why. Overall, really good unit. He does take a while to get, but I think he is very, very worth it. And I can definitely see why people said he is the best full ground unit in the game. I did hear that his explosion marbles did make him hybrid, but then they reverted that, which kind of sucks, but it is understandable. Otherwise, he would literally be the most broken character in the game, next to Akaza and Rengoku, of course. So, okay, but now that we are done with him, let us check out Daki. So Daki, on placement, as you see, I have S, A plus S with Eclipse, so that's pretty cool. On placement, she's doing 1.2k every 6 seconds with 24 range. And then let us go to her next move. And then it looks like her first one was a line, this one is a circle. So that's pretty cool. 4.k, what seems like it climbs. 6.4 cooldown, 31 range. Let's go to her next move. An even bigger circle. 9.k, or okay, yeah, 9k, 6.4 seconds, 3.5 or 35 range. It seems like her cooldown doesn't change at all. That's really cool. And then let us go to her last move, which is just another bigger circle, which she is now doing 17k every 6 or 19k every 6 seconds for 43 range. And it seems like she is, I think, just a single hit, but she does do bleed, I believe. Yeah. So attacks inflict bleed for 4 seconds, dealing 40% of this unit's damage over time. When an enemy dies while affected by bleed within a range, she gains 5% damage and range for 10 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So 10% damage, 10% or 15% damage, 15% range. If more than 15 enemies are within her range, she increases her damage by 40%. Oh, okay. So she, in my opinion, seems a little bit, or at least on par with Chonin, or a little bit better, or at least on par. So I think, like, honestly, if you have Chonin and you have like a good trade on him, you don't really have to go for her. But if you do want her and you haven't gone for Chonin yet, I definitely think that she's very, very good to go for. So up to you at the end of the day. W unit all around though. Okay, so now that I am back, I was able to get them all maxed out, so that is great, and I brought another farm to just speed things along. So starting off, we'll start with Enmo. He's doing 2.3k off placement with 4.6 cooldown and 15 range. And let us get him to his second form, or second attack, and he's doing like a double hit, I think, like a double spike hit. Let me see that again. 1, 2. Okay, yeah. So it's like a double hit. That's cool. I really like his VFX. He has very unique VFX, so that's pretty cool. And then he now has a cone. So okay, I don't know why that wasn't just a full AOE. I feel like that based off like the effects, I feel like this should be a full AOE. But okay, 14k, 6.5 seconds, 23 range, and then he goes into a line. So let's see what his line is. Okay, not a bad line. It's really thick, which is really good. It's not like a thin line, so that's really nice. So maxed out, he's doing 32k every 6.5 seconds with 27 range, and his passes are every 2 attacks, or every attack applies sleep for 2 seconds. Each enemy has a 10-second cooldown before they can be slept again. Enemies affected by sleep take 20% more damage by Enmo. Enemies that die while affected by sleep boost Enmo damage by 1%, max at 15%, lasting for 4 seconds. Interesting. So, okay, basically just a support. Like, not really, you're not really bringing him for damage. You're mainly just bringing him for his sleep. So, but I don't know what his sleep does per se. Like, I don't know if it stuns them or not. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you know if they get stunned or whatnot. So, because it didn't look like the units were getting stunned earlier, so I have no idea. Outside of that, pretty cool unit. If you need a good support, you could go for him. Otherwise, I'd probably just skip him. And then now let's go to Giyu. On placement, he's doing 2.6k every 7 seconds with 17 range. And what's his first move looking like? Okay, just like a slash. And then his next one is Waterfall Basin. Okay, pretty cool attack, not gonna lie. And he's like a big circle, which is really nice. 5k every 6.3 seconds with 22 range. Let's get him to his next one. He goes back to a cone. What's his attack? I didn't see it. Okay, it just goes back to slashes. That's kind of lame. Okay, well, whatever. 9k, 5 seconds, 30 range. And then he goes to another cone again. And what's his? It's just more slashes. Okay. Man, okay. Kind of sad for attack wise. I feel that's kind of basic, but passives, we have if an enemy has entered Giyu's range within the last 5 seconds, Giyu's next attack deals 20% damage against that enemy. Each time Giyu kills an enemy while Flowing Calm is active, he gains 20% damage for 20 seconds, refreshes with each kill, and 10% chance to immediately attack the strongest enemy using a random skill of his own. For 10 seconds, Giyu enters a state of perfect focus, emitting a steady pulse every second that slows enemies by 50% for 2.9 seconds with a cooldown of 5.9, deals 10% of Giyu's damage, and hits flying enemies. Oh, so when he's in Flowing Calm state, ooh, okay. Oh, okay, so he's like a constant slow. Interesting. And how long does that last? For 9 seconds? That's crazy good. And what's the like cooldown on it? 30 seconds? That's actually really, really good. So he's definitely a good support. He doesn't do a lot of damage. Like, it seems like you're mainly just wanting to bring him for his slow. So honestly, I mean, screw Enmo, bro. I would just get Giyu if you want a good support. I think he's just way better, especially for peer support. Let us check out Tanjiro. Tanjiro on placement is 1k every 5.1 seconds, 16 range. And then let us get him to his second thing. It's just more slashes. Not bad overall. Constant flux, just a bigger circle. And I think it's just more, is it more slashes or was that from the last? Okay, yeah, it's just more slashes. Okay. So then now, let's go to Enmo Dance. Oh, okay. Oh, and he does become hybrid. Oh, okay, so he gains hybrid on this move. That's actually really sick. Okay. And then, so he's doing 14k every 7.8 seconds with 27 range. And then, so when Giyu is within this unit range, Tanjiro gains 10% damage and 7.5% cooldown. After every 15 seconds, Tanjiro next attack deals 20% damage as true damage. Oh, okay, okay. Burning Resolve. For every 5 enemies defeated within his range, he gains 25% damage for 8 seconds. If he defeats 10 enemies within 15 seconds, he enters Sunfire Rage, reducing his cooldown by 25% for 15 seconds. Yeah, okay. Not a bad unit, honestly. Not a bad unit. And then let's see what the buff looks like with Giyu in his range. 16k. I just saw 40k right there. God dang. That's actually crazy, bro. Overall, not a bad unit. I still think other units are better, like in terms of DPS. And I mean, if you have like a good trade on him and you also are using Giyu for the support, he's definitely not a bad unit to use whatsoever. But outside of that, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Tengen and obviously Rengoku versus Akaza are just a lot better. But now let us check out the coup de grace, you know, the best unit in the game. So I do have Crusader, so this is a little skewed. I can't show you what they look like without Crusader, but I'm sure there are other videos out there. So, but as you can see, he's doing 11.5k on placement with 5.7 cooldown and 20 range. And his first attack is then, I think, just dashing and then like attacking each other. Yeah, okay. And then let us go to the next one. It's a line with 24 range, or 24 damage, 6.1 second and 23.6 range. And then the next one is a giant circle with them just attacking each other even more. Basically 40k damage, 4.9 range or cooldown, and 28 range. And then let's get to this full AoE, very, very good. And then it's just a giant clash. And then maxed out, they're doing 153k every 10.6 seconds with 38 range. So their passives are Blazing Spirit, attacks inflicted burn equal to 20% of this unit's damage over 4 seconds. Burn damage increases by 0.5% per wave up to 10%. So basically he's just a burn unit on, okay, on top of also inflicting physical debuffs. Oh, okay. That makes enemies take 50% more damage of the physical type for 10 seconds. After every attack, Akaza strikes the strongest enemy in range, dealing 25% of this unit's damage. If the target is burning, the attack deals 100% bonus damage. This attack does not inflict burn. Okay, so basically, if Akaza hits a burning unit, he's doing like 300k damage. Okay, and then Final Clash. While this ability is active, Akaza and Rengoku unleash their true power, granting the following bonus for 30 seconds: 33% increased damage, burn damage is doubled, and disorder damage is doubled, with a 90-second cooldown. So basically, what if Akaza was to hit a burn unit with disorder damage doubled? He's dealing at this point like what, 450k. Let's try it on. Let's see if anything happened. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so 200k damage, which is kind of crazy. That's not including the other 200% that Akaza gained. So Akaza is doing what, 600k, 500, 600k? Like, that's crazy, bro. That's actually insane damage. Like, he is doing so much damage, and like, he's definitely worthy of like a new rank, because honestly, if they didn't give him a new rank, him being like the second update like unit is insane, like the power scale. So definitely worth getting. He's, even without Crusader, he's still probably doing like 70k damage with like 300k normally, or like with all the passes and everything. So Very, very good unit all around. Highly, highly recommend getting him. And he's full AoE, so that's just even better. And he's hybrid. He gets hybrid, I think, on this one, on upgrade 10 for his full AoE move, so that's really, really good. Overall, really, really good update. I had a lot of fun grinding this update. The VFX look amazing, models look amazing. It's a much better like update than I expected this game to make, which is I'm really thankful for. So, but at the end of the day, let me know what you guys think about this update overall. I know this video is probably coming out a little late, and I do apologize for that. It did take me a while to get all the units and to evolve them. But outside of that, I hope you guys did enjoy nonetheless. And I'll probably end off the video here. If you can, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subs by the end of the year. And I really believe we can do it. And with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.